Now let's talk about that. Obviously, you're not saying that the NBA fixes games. What you're saying is, I suppose, that there are financial and marketing issues at stake, and they, I suppose, do something to make it so that referees act in a certain way. And the counter argument to that would be, well, there's so many people involved. There's more than one referee on the court. It would be really tough to coordinate that kind of effort. Um, how did the process work?
What would happen is during the playoffs, somebody from the league office would come in and sit you in a hotel room and show you plays from the previous games and saying that the previous three referees missed these plays, or the previous referees before them missed these plays. So this is what we're going to show you. We're going to show you the missed plays. Make sure you go out and don't miss it tonight. And, they'd show you maybe 25 plays, and 20 of those plays are now going to be calls that are going to help the team that's down in the series because they're showing you plays against the other team, okay, that were missed. So your mindset is you're going out there looking for certain things because the NBA game is so fast. But when you see it on film and then you see it live, it's kind of in a slow motion for you, and you're able to make the call. And that's how they would really go out and dictate and program the referees to prolong series. I'm not saying they said go out there and fix this or
Right.
make sure that this team wins or make sure LeBron James goes to the bench with 3 quick fouls. No, they did it within, the rules of saying, if you want a good grade for this game and you want to advance to the next round and make another $30,000, I'm grading you on this, make sure you call
And it's so tough because you're dealing with calls that are so subjective, right? And you're dealing with people with emotions, right? I mean, you're a referee, but you're a human being, right? And so if you have a player that acts in a certain way or upsets you or bothers you, I guess subconsciously, right? It's tough to separate yourself, although you're doing a job.
No doubt. But, when you look at the NBA game, the big thing is freedom of movement. They want the players to be able to run up and down the floor, put on a show, and, score a lot of points. It's better for the TV and the league when it's 120 to 118 rather than 85, 86. It's more exciting. So, when you talk about freedom of movement, it's so easy. Like you said, it's so subjective to call foul on this guy or that guy, especially along those lines of freedom of movement. So it's just something that, the league knows it's entertainment. And even Phil Scala, who was the supervisory special agent, thought that the NBA was in a lot of trouble. But at the end of each broadcast, it says NBA entertainment, right? Just like they put at the end of a wrestling match in the pro wrestling. So he just says they are allowed to conduct their business any way they want, and he was in shock that that little statement there really relieved them of any wrongdoing and really doing what they were doing.
And is there ever something that favors a particular player, a star player, a player that brings in the eyeballs?
No doubt. I mean, they would, the veteran referees would tell you, and even the group supervisors would tell you that, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, they make a lot of money. They put a lot of people in the stands who pay a lot of money to sit courtside. So don't be calling cheap fouls on them and sending them to the bench because, that's what the league is built on, people coming to see these guys. So if there's plays where they're involved and they really committed the foul, if you can, give it to somebody that's near there. Don't give it to that star player. Give it to that lesser player. Let the fouls build up on him so that the stars don't have to leave the game.